Thank you for watching I'm Jam TV again. I'm researching a lot of these Kevin Smith video, and I'm coming up with more and more thing that sounds so bizarre. But I came up on one that he was speaking of about someone who had do something or something about Flatbridge, and I just want to share that because it's like he was really talking about himself because he knows so much about the cult and all these kind of thing. So just listen to this. Oh, my phone went.
Yes, Prophet. Okay. Now, how can you carry a man cross over Flatbridge? You think you have to go over there alive? Hmm? A man in a lodge. Well, let me talk. You to the mic, let me talk. A man with deep in a lodge. We wanted 100 and had soul. The blood sacrifice. You think say you were going to cross Flatbridge with him? You think say the dopey they would have make you cross Flatbridge with him? Hmm? No. Spirit doesn't rest. When God have mercy, hear what the Lord said. The Lord said to me that this man work is not finished. Hear me. This man work is not finished until him get the soul them where he wanted to get. So therefore, he will reappear. His soul is going to reappear in a different form. Now let me explain to them by different form. A spirit, once there is a body that is available, the spirit can re-enter into that body at any given time. Because that man was operating under a spirit. Hello? He was operating under a deep, deep international spirit. And a local spirit me I talk about. God, them a local demons and a strong so. Hello somebody. And each soul that he will have sacrificed is not only for himself, but for other people as well. For example, I might go to him and say, me don't know him now. Don't get me wrong, me don't know him. But for example, I might go to him and give him a big money and tell him, say, hey, listen to me, you know, that is sacrificing on my loved ones, you know, you better find somebody else to sacrifice so we can get my wealth. You understand? And I'm going to say, all right then, we have some chicken, for example, the chicken is a human being now. So therefore, I will sacrifice one for you. You understand me? So, you want one, I might sacrifice one for you. One person might want all three of them. Because the more soul, the more money. Now, when you are in cult, when you are in lodge, your life have it nasty. Meaning, say you have to either jump bottom, you have to grind either whole heap of woman, or you molest children. Let me say that again. When you are in cult, there is a certain kind of lifestyle you have to live. Either you're a man or you jump bottom, or you're a woman or you jump vagina, or you molest children or something. You understand? Because you have to do anything the demons want you to do, you have to do it. So therefore, more blood is going to scatter all over Jamaica. That is the reason why you see many people that is in authority could not say anything because why? A soul was for them. Hello? Many people in big authority could not say anything because soul is for them. And even though they enough of them still not gonna say no. While you have some we take the little chance and come say something now because they're dead. But let me tell you something. The man is not dead in the spiritual. He is going to reappear again in a different form. Hello? He is going to reappear again in a different form. Remember I said to Ono, tell me if you remember, I said to Ono, see the police force I get the press and I worry for things that will take place in the JCF and the JDF, you remember me telling you that? But remember, I can't remember or not?
I remember, Prophet, I remember. Yes, Prophet.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, I'll be a suicide, I'll be a suicide thing, I will take place in Jamaica.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, Prophet.
I'm going to tell you, say Andrew Owens and get exposed and everything like that. You remember that too?
Yes, Prophet. Yes, Prophet.
It is boiling down to that. You understand? Now, if this man had make it to court to stand before the judge, a lot of secrets would have been revealed. A lot of secrets would have been revealed. So, dear,
He was talking about someone else. The video has ended. He was talking about someone else. But this was like he was talking about himself. It's like a premonition. Because these are the same thing that take place with him. And it was like he was talking about someone else, but this was what take place with him. He knows about the cult. He knows about people in lodge. He knows these things. They need 100 plus souls for blood sacrifice. He knows what he is doing. And these are the things that he's doing. Now he's saying the work not finished because now he's dead and the people are saying he's not dead. So he's gonna, there's somebody he was grooming who is gonna take his place, maybe in the church if they don't tear it down or something, to start doing the same thing what he was doing. Because a lot of people are such a novice. They are so naive to the things that people do. Well, maybe brainwash. You can't brainwash me because I'm not an idiot. You see, but he's saying that the person work is not done. They need 140 plus souls that he wanted and he didn't get it. So he's gonna appear, and and the spirit can enter anybody that is available, which is truth. And that's why when you're in the spirit realm and when you're casting out spirit, you don't cast out spirit with a lot of people standing around. Because just like in Jesus' days, when he cast out those the spirit out of that young man, they ask where where they should go, and he sent them in the pig, and now the pig went over the precipice and break their neck. The spirit gonna enter someone else. If you have a child or somebody and somebody have a demonic spirit in a church and you go there to cast out spirit out that person and anybody stand around, that spirit can enter into them. You see, so when you're casting out spirit, so what he's saying is basically truth. That spirit, if that person is not dead, well, I mean, the person is dead, but if that person can come back in the form of somebody who he was grooming and start to push that spirit, bad demon spirit, into that person, and maybe his work will continue. So they need to demolish that building and so nobody can get up, because a lot of these women I heard talking, oh, he's not dead, he's my pastor, I'm going there from when? One man said, I'm going there from I was 9. because they're going there from they were 9, he's God. You know? So people believe what they want to believe. And so because of that, they are saying that he's not dead. He's also said in that preaching he was doing or talking that the man was operating under an international spirit. Who knows about international spirit? Who knows about the international spirit? Because when they go from place to place in Africa or wherever and they are operating under that spirit. So you go to Africa, you go to here, and you get all that thing that they tell you to operate on, and then you got to kill all those people. So, they're operating under the international spirit, which people said he was operating on because he was in Canada, he went to England, he went to Africa, he went to different countries. What was he looking for? You see, what was he looking for? Because people believe that when they have a church, the church is all about them. So they are doing everything that the church is about them. Oh, people must come here, give me money here, give me money here. And so it's all about them. Yes, they buy some food and get some food and and give out, but the bulk of the money go to their pocket, especially if they don't have a headquarters like Catholic Church, and all that money goes into their bank account, and nobody he doesn't have to give any answer or to anybody about the money. It's his money, you give it to him. As my pastor used to say, you don't care what I want to do with the money, you give it to me so I can do whatever I want with it. So people bring the money and give it to him, and so he uses it. He do whatever he wants with it. Build big mansion. Somebody says it's $500,000 for the house. I don't know how much. He build that house. Look at that house. You see, he have his X6 BMW driving around town. How many people have one of those? You see. You have these little young boys living, and listen what he says. When you're operating under those auspices, you have to be sleeping with young boys. You know what I mean? As he said it in his term, jumping. You know what I mean? Those are the things. So he knows. He was speaking like he was talking about himself. Although he was talking about somebody who was taking somebody over a flat bridge or something. I don't know the story, but he was saying these things as if he was talking really about himself. All that he was saying there was related to him, because those are the things that he was doing. So he understands. He knows all about it. How would he know about international spirit? How do he know about 140 souls that the man had need to get to kill? And if you don't get that soul, then this gonna happen and that gonna happen. So he knows exactly what he was talking about. So that people don't pay attention. When somebody's talking, listen. My mother always said, pick sense out of nonsense. You see, because if he didn't die, you wouldn't see that thing reverberate right into him what he was saying about someone else. But the story what he was saying about someone else was really about himself, because those are how he operates. And because he operates that way, you know what I mean? He can relate, and he can relate information about, he thinks about someone that is really about him. As gone to what he said, I don't know the man, I don't know the, but oh, you don't know the man, how you know all that? You don't know the person, how you know all that? You know that he's operating under the auspices of cult or whatever. So what? It got to be somebody who knows those things, got to say those things. If it's a woman, the woman have to sleep with other woman. If it's a man, the man have to sleep with man. And when you are doing call, there's a lot of things that goes on. At the same time, he have the LGBT flag in his church at the back of the church that nobody talks about, or nobody wonder why that flag is in the church. So his spirit tell him that he have to put up that flag in the church because of what he's doing. You're a Pentecostal church or you're a Church of God church. What are you doing with a gay right flag in your church? Why? It's not a rainbow, people. It is not a rainbow. It's the sign of the gay people. It is not a rainbow. And when those children gonna come out and start saying what he did to them? Because I know they're gonna come out. Because all he do is live with young boys. When are they going to come out and say this happened? I know they're ashamed, but they got to put a hand to it so they can move on with their life. Because that thing is going to bother them for the rest of their lives. If you can talk about it and you can tell somebody what it did to you because you're ashamed, you're hiding it, it's going to come out sooner or later. Somebody going to talk. And it's going to come right out. You see. Because he's saying the people in power not saying anything because there is dead soul. People was killed for them. And they pay money not to get... come on. Isn't that sound a little fishy? How would you know all that? They pay big money to get souls killed. They need to dig up that house. There is body buried. Take something and go there and search, like in the United States. You'd use that metal detector or whatever to search for, get that cadaver dog, whatever the dog is, and go there and let the dog search for bodies. Because he killed a lot of people for people. What he's doing is blood sacrifice. And there's how many, how many people lose their life? How many people in Montego Bay that is being searched for and can't find? And who will never be found? Nobody knows. Where are those people gone? There's so many people missing and nobody knows. In his backyard. Dig up in that yard or in that churchyard, or somebody who is close to him in that church knows what he is doing. You see, maybe they have to bury the body and then he come and tell them, when you do bad thing, this is what God wants to happen to you. And they brainwash those young men and they are the one who burying those bodies. Because when this young man come out and said, yes, he believed that he was God, come on. So that means anytime he tell them to do anything, they have to do it. There are bodies buried in that church. If he was killing people like 44, I think they said, body to be killed, he was going to kill off all them people in church? No, you see, there was no ark. There was no judgment day. There was no other people get killed. There was no other people get drowned outside. There's no other people. People are going on with their lives just the same way. So, what happened? If people were going on with their lives, why do you believe that some ark was going to take you? Where was the ark taking you? And he cut that young girl's throat, leaving her children. Where, you know what I mean? They stabbed guy in the back. Why you think? Come on. When something look too fishy, it is fishy. Don't get drawn into it. Put up your antenna and say, I don't like what's going on here. I'm leaving. One time about maybe, I don't know, maybe 30 years. I think it was before my son even born. Years ago. When I used to go to party. And in North City, here in Fort Lauderdale, there was a nightclub. And this girl said I should go with her the night, because I really don't go to club. I don't like that scene. One or two every now and then. So I followed the young girl to the club, because I was a young girl. I was in my 20s. So I followed the girl to the club, and the girl went there and meet some man. And I am sitting there. I thought we were going to be there talking and, drinking our little beer and carry on. The girl went and there carrying on with the man, and I'm sitting there all by myself. Carrying on. The next thing I know, the girl and the boy leave up and leave me there. She was the one who drove and I didn't drive. And I keep looking around. I thought they were outside talking or something. They were gone and leave me. I have to take a taxi home. And from that day I said, I would never follow anybody anywhere unless I'm driving my car. If we are going, I'm driving my car behind you. I will never let anybody drive me anywhere, and I will never find myself in that situation again, because if something happened, I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to leave. You see, I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to leave. If something looked too fishy, you need to get up and leave it. If something looked fishy, get up and leave. Don't sit down there and go through all that, and you go to the church and things don't look right. I heard a lot of people talking that they went to the church and things didn't look right, and so he left. I think I heard an interview with a man who said he was a Pentecostal, and when he went there, the man was doing certain things and he didn't like it, and so you know what I mean, he went up there and was to shake the man hand or something, and the man could not shake his hand, and the man asked him, where you from, until he just get up and walk out. Because when you are Pentecostal and you have that Holy Spirit in you, and you go up there with that demon, if I walk in that church, I would turn that church upside down. I will literally turn that church, because anytime I walk in spirit, in things that the spirit is not right, let me tell you something, my spirit lift up a standard. He would have to have his bodyguard to throw me out. I would turn that church upside down, because I don't play with spirit like that. And so the man with the man from the Pentecostal church said he just get up and walk out, because he could not touch him, because once he touches and he knows ego's gonna be exposed. Once he touches his hand, when somebody in a Pentecostal church is under the auspices of the Spirit and you touch the hand, you are gonna be exposed. And it was only a matter of time before that man was exposed. You see, because real people, a real man and woman of God was gonna start walking in. You see. And he talk about suicide and this and that. Real people of God was going to be walking in, and it was going to be him against them. Because he know that he's not operating under the Spirit of God. He's operating under this cult thing that he's talking about. Thank you again for listening to I'm Jam TV. I'm out of here. Have a great day.